side of Cristiano Ronaldo. Brian Quintas is going to take the side of Lionel Messi. We are the advocates. So I am now the advocate for Cristiano Ronaldo. Like we said, Brian Quintas is the advocate for Lionel Messi. And I will start first, and I have the advantage of having the computer. You can use your phone if you need to, by the way, if you need to look some stuff up. But let's start with the most kind of obvious low-hanging fruit, right, as well. I believe that Cristiano Ronaldo leads the goal department, does he not? So if the most important thing in football is scoring goals wins you matches. Cristiano has the goals, therefore he is the greater of the two and therefore the greatest of all time. What do you say about that, advocate for Lionel Messi?
So I think similar to basketball, there are certain players that can elevate a team by themselves, but I also think that it takes the true great players or the true greatest players to elevate those around them. And I heard an argument the other day that I actually subscribe to, and I've never really, especially because I've kind of fell into that media trap with Kobe and LeBron and feel very regretful. I never really quite fell into that with Ronaldo. Obviously, I have my opinions about who's greater, and I'm going to go with Messi every time. But again, just to kind of play the advocate for Messi that we're doing here, if you look at the teammates that Messi played with and the ways that he elevated them, both on the national team and then also with Barcelona. You look on the national team with Agüero. Even though I don't even want to speak his name because of how many mistakes he would make in tournaments. Higuaín for Argentina. And then you look at his Barcelona teammates and even his PSG teammates and how he elevated them, the Luis Suarez's of the world, the Samuel Eto'os of the world, like the, even early on, acquiescing to Ronaldinho, and then when he got to PSG, Mbappe. His list of legendary players that he played with that he also elevated. This can't be understated in my opinion, but Luis Suarez scored 40 goals and won the Pichichi and the European Golden Boot when Messi was still in his palm, and could have very well done that. But I think that, and then if you add the titles along with that, which is a team accomplishment, I think for me, yeah, the numbers may not necessarily specify, but at this point. But I think if you look at, his teammates love him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? How many people that Cristiano Ronaldo plays with advocate for him like Neymar does for Messi, like Suarez does for Messi, even Mbappe does for Messi.
Speaking of Mbappe, I think Mbappe is on record saying that Ronaldo is the greatest ever, despite his very close teammate campaigns with your player Lionel Messi here.
Sure.
And let's go back and say that Cristiano Ronaldo has been a winner everywhere he's went. We're going to ignore that second spell with Manchester United, but the first spell, won some trophies there, went over to Real Madrid, and had one of the most remarkable runs ever. A lot of those are coming in competition with Lionel Messi's Barcelona that gave us some great football in those years. Went over to Juventus, a remarkable Serie A team, Serie A being the Italian league, but brought them up as well too. And even now, he is totally taking an entire league on his shoulders. He goes to the Saudi league for an unremarkable, unmistakable amount of money. Nobody's ever been paid that before. And it was only reserved for Cristiano Ronaldo. And look what has happened. The plethora of players that have followed him into that league. He's setting new standards. He's putting the Saudi league above the MLS. I don't know if I really believe that, but for the sake of this argument, I'm going to argue that as well too. So all of these things that Cristiano Ronaldo has accomplished. Oh, and by the way, Argentina's victory last year was against France. Been there, done that for Ronaldo. He beat them in the Euros years ago. So, Argentina, you're a step behind Ronaldo and Portugal there when it comes to beating France. So those are even much, a little bit more evidence for you on why Cristiano Ronaldo is the GOAT. How do you come back from that?
Okay. Those are fair points, but I think if you look at most of the squads and the club setups that he's been a part of, he has always been the focal point of every single one of those attacks? Has he ever had to really share any of those goal scoring responsibilities with the likes of a Luis Suarez, with the likes of a Samuel Eto'o, European Golden Boot? I mean, I think a lot of people go to the Bale and Benzema Ronaldo trio that won 3 straight Champions League. Nothing to scoff at. It's probably something that'll never happen again. But it was a phenomenal accomplishment. But as soon as Ronaldo left Real Madrid, Benzema became Ballon d'Or winner. These are things that I look at and I say to myself, like, yeah, the accomplishments are there, but at the same time, did his teammates actually reap the benefit of playing with him? I don't think so.
They reap the benefits of being alongside him on the pitch, because the star shines brightest, on the main guy, and it radiates a little bit, and they all got a little bit of shine. They all got a little bit of world prominence just from stepping on the same blades of grass.
You also talk about the fact that in the Euros in 2016, he played against France and they won in the final. A final that he actually didn't spend a whole lot of time on.
Yeah, I was hoping you didn't have I was hoping you didn't mention that.
Because he was hurt.
Yeah, I was trying to slide that one by you.
I know, but you mentioned it, so I had to bring it up there. He was gone. I think he only played about 20 minutes in that match.